Today is Thursday, December 21st, and tomorrow is officially the start of the Santa Claus Rally, because the Santa Claus Rally is the last 5 trading days of the year and the first 2 trading days of the new year. And since next week, Christmas, December 25th, falls on a Monday, the market is closed. So the 4 days next week have to include tomorrow, Friday, to be 5 days, the last of the year. And that is why tomorrow is the start of the Santa Claus Rally. And so that is why today we will analyze the unusual options activity as usual to find out whether or not Santa Claus Rally will happen this year-end 2023. And at the end of this video, we will also release our Christmas coupon discount code everyone is asking about for our memberships. So stay tuned for that. And without further ado, let's get into what we do best: data analysis. So for the options time and sales tape, we can see that at 4:03 p.m., this was after the market closed, because you still have 15 minutes to trade certain ETFs, such as the SPY, that tracks the S&P 500 market index. Okay, so we can see here that there were put options being bought and sold. 450 strike puts, about a total of 25,000, 13,000 plus 12,000. There's also 445 strike puts, same quantity, about 25,000, expiring March 2024. So we'll go over this set of options and also the next one at 326. 475 strike calls, 10,000. But wait, there's more. Same time, same strike expiration, 6,999. All right, so those 2 sets will cover. Let's take a look deeper at what this means. March 2024 on the chain. This is 85 days away. Even though the time is far out, it is still significant, because by getting into the trade today, they are getting the price that they want, the cost, the trade entry, right? So that they can be profitable if it goes in the direction that they think it will go. So the 450 strike puts, we can see that right here, and the 445 strike puts. We have a volume of 44,000, 43,000 here. And we have an open interest of 63,000 and 53,000, both of which is greater than the volume. So there is a probability, a chance that this is a closing trade, not necessarily an opening trade. If it was an opening trade, they would have bought the 450 strike puts and sold the 445 strike puts. And you can see that the cost of this trade is about $64 per trade. And when you analyze the trade, you can see that this is a vertical put spread. As the price goes down on the SPY, we're currently trading at 472 here. Okay, the x-axis is the price of the stock. In this case, the SPY. So we can see that as we move down in price, this becomes profitable because this is a bearish position. We can see that the Greeks here tells us that the negative is a bearish short position on the delta, -3 delta. Okay. And if we estimate the price, how much they paid for this trade, we can see here that they paid $452 and sold the 445 for $386. So what is that? 452 subtracted by 386. Each of the trades 66. And they did. This is about 26,000. Okay, you can see 13,124 plus 12,857. About 26,000, right? 25,981. So let's multiply that by 66. So that's about $1.7 million. Okay. So let's take a look at the next trade. Now that we have an idea of how much this trader put in, we have the 475 strike calls. Okay. January expiration cycle. So this is 29 days away. And when we go to the 475 strike calls, all the way down here, we can see here that the volume, 94,000, much greater than the 35,000 open interest. So we have a higher level of confidence that these are opening trades rather than the previous puts, which could be closing trades. Okay, because a closing trade, okay, if this was the opening trade, if this was a closing trade, it would actually be the opposite, right? Essentially, they would have had this position on, and when they were bearish, and they want to close this out because they are no longer bearish, essentially, if they're closing the trade. And so that's something that's very important, whether or not something is opening or closing. And so because this trade here at the 475 has a higher level of confidence in probability and statistical modeling that this is an opening trade, we can analyze this and see that these call options that are being opened at the 475 strike is clearly bullish and going long. You can see here a positive 47 delta, right? So very much bullish in comparison to the previous trade. And if we take a look at the price over here, you can see here that the 475, they're paying about 520 for each of these trades. Now the price has changed slightly because the price was different when they executed that trade, right? It is it's currently at 472 now. So that's why when we analyze it, it said 600, all right? But if we take the 520 and we estimate that there was about 90,000 contracts, right? That would be quite significant, right? There's 90,000 contracts here. That's 46.8 million, right? But that could be an overestimation because it may not just be one trader. But let's just estimate, for example, the ones that we see right here, the ones that this trader did at 526. This right here is already 17,000, right? So let's just estimate with 17,000 for 520. This is 8.8 million. This is a lot greater than the put options at 1.7 million. So this tells us that there is stronger sentiment going bullish, going long with these calls because the trade has a lot more value. There are more wealthy investors trading the bullish side, going long on the market. Okay, and so based on this analysis, there is a higher chance that we will have a Santa Claus rally. The 475 is our 52-week high that was made yesterday. And so this wealthy trader believes we will break that level by January, which is their expiration cycle. Okay. But there is a good chance we will have a Santa Claus rally. Now, even though we may have a rally, that does not necessarily mean every stock will go up. Some will go up, some will still go down. Some stocks will also outperform the market. And that is what we are most interested in. We analyze the unusual options activity on all the stocks in the stock market to find out which stocks will outperform the market, because the wealthy investors are trading them behind the scenes because they know something that we don't know, and they are putting a lot of money into certain stocks to keep it elevated. And that is what we look for, and that is what we do. And so if you are interested in gaining access to which stocks they are investing and trading in, then make sure to go to our website. We will put a link at the top here where you can join our membership. And also, you can use a coupon code to get a discount for our membership. All right, so the code for our membership. This is the code XMAS 2023. Okay, if you put the code in, you can get 20% on our memberships. If you want the annual memberships, you can add this 20% to our annual, which already includes 20% off, and combine them and get 40% off on our annual memberships. Okay, so use this code. It expires at the end of this year on December 31st when midnight strikes. All right, so wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. May all of us stay as profitable as possible. Take care and have a great day.